Hearty welcome to all of you. I am Dr. Jayananda Swami C. Indima, working as Assistant Professor of Commerce in Government First Aid College, Badgi, Haveri District, Karnataka State. Today I am going to speak about index numbers, which is fourth chapter in the Business Statistics 2 of BCom fourth semester, Karnataka University, Dharwad. In the previous year question papers of Business Statistics 2 of Karnataka University, if you see all those question papers, in every question papers you find one 15 marks question, one 5 marks question, and two 2 marks question. That is total on the index numbers chapter itself. You are going to face 24 marks questions in the every question paper. So therefore, in this particular video, I have given the importance to solve how the 15 marks question on the index numbers are to be solved. So I request the students to utilize this opportunity and score more in their examination. So before that, if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. If you like the video, click on the like button and click on the bell icon to receive the latest that is bell icon to receive the notification about my latest videos. Let us begin with the meaning of index numbers. Index number is a technique of measuring changes in a variable or group of related variables over a period of time. See, the index number is a technique. What it does, it measures the changes in a variable or group of related variable over the period of time. So let us take an example. Here it is example 1. See, in the year 2015, a commodity was 50 rupees per kg, which is increased to 100 rupees in the year 2020. So what is the level of increase from 2015 to 2020? Just by observation, we can say that it is double, means there is a 100% increase in the price of this particular commodity. Now, we can calculate the index number for this example. So index number here is the price of the commodity in the current year, that is 100. So divided by price of the commodity in the base year, that is 50. So into 100, so which is equals to 200, which is equals to 200. So it is called as index number, which we have used here, that is 200 and minus 100. So base we have to take as a 100. So therefore 200 minus 100, there is an increase of 100% price in this particular commodity from the year 2015 to 2020. While calculating the index number, so here 2015 is called as base year and 2020 is called as current. So in this particular example 1, we can say that there is a 100% increase in the price from the year 2015 to 20. But let us see the second example. See here in the 2015 the price is 100 rupees. In the 2016 the price is 120. The 2017 it is increased to 130 and 2018 it is increased to 140. Then if you want to measure what is the rise of price from the year 2015 to 16 and what is the rise of price from 15 to 17, what is the rise of the price from 2015 to 18. So if you want to calculate like this, we need to use the index number. So therefore very simply we are saying that index number is nothing but it is a technique which measures the changes in a variable or group of related variables over the period of time. See here in this particular example from the year 2000 to 2018, what is the level of increase of this particular commodity from the year 2015 to 2018, that we can measure with the help of the index number. So therefore it is the meaning of the index number. Now So before going to understand about the different types of index numbers and different methods of index number and how to calculate the index numbers in the given problem, we have to understand the notations. So in the index number, we use P naught. P naught equals to price of the commodity in the base year, and P1 price of the commodity in the current year. Q naught is quantity of the commodity in the base year. So Q1 equals to quantity of the commodity in the current year. So by seeing this notification, it is very clear that P is used to price, Q is used to quantity, okay, and 0 is used to base year, 1 is used to current year, and weights equals to weights assigned to the commodity. Next, P01. So we read P01 as a P01, which is equals to price index number for the current year with respect to the base year, which we have taken as a base to calculate the level of the rise or decline and the price of a particular commodity. And next year, Q01 equals to quantity index number for the current year with respect to the base year. We can understand about all these notation very clearly while solving the problem. Okay, right. So now let us see about the types of the index number. So the first type of index number is price index number. As the name itself indicates that the price index numbers indicates the general level of prices of commodity in the current year with that of base year. Means it measures the level of the changes in the price of a commodity in the current year compared to the base year. So for this we use this formula, that is, and here we calculate a wholesale price index number, consumer price index number, like that. So here see, we calculate price index number as P1 divided by P0 into 100. So let us take an example. It is an example, so which I have specified in the table. So see here, a particular commodity in the year 2015, the price of which is 10 rupees. In the year 2020, it is increased from 10 rupees to 20 rupees. Okay, then the price is double. Price is double means here, if we calculate the index number for this, like P1 divided by P0 into 100, that is 20 rupees divided by 10 rupees into 100, we will get the index number 200. Next, if we deduct from this index number base, that is 100, okay, base value 100, next we get the 100. So therefore we say that there is a 100% increase in the price of this particular commodity from the year 2015 to 2020. So it is how the price index number is to be calculated. So it means in this particular price index number, it used to measure the level of the prices of a commodity. Means it used to measure the changes in the level of the prices of a commodity in the current year compared to the base year. Now let us move towards the quantity index number. So it speaks about the quantity. So therefore we say that it indicates the quantity of the goods produced, consumed, or exported or imported. Okay, industrial production, agricultural production, import, export, etc. are the examples for the quantity index number. It means here the quantity index numbers are the numbers which used to measure the level of the quantity of the goods produced, consumed, exported, or imported in the nation. So therefore, the industrial production, in case of agricultural production, imports, export, etc., quantity index numbers are also being used. And one important point I would like to highlight here that the index numbers are massively used in the field of the economics and the business. Okay, right. Let us see here, quantity index number is to be calculated with the formula Q1 divided by Q0. See here, always numerator is to be 1, that is current year. It may be price or it may be quantity. And denominator is to be base year, that is not. Okay, so therefore Q1 divided by Q0 into 100. So let us take this example. Okay. See here in this example, in the year 2015, 10 kg was produced. In the year 2020, production is 20 kg. So it increased, that is the level, production increased from 10 kg in the year 2015 to 20 kgs in the year 2020. So if we calculate the index number, that is by using this formula, Q1 is 20 kg, that is 20 divided by Q0 is 10 kg, that is 10, that is 20 kgs divided by 10 kgs into 100, we get the index number 200. So in that, if you deduct the base, that is 100, we will get the 100%. So it means that there is a 100% increase in the quantity from the year 2015 to 2020. So this is how about the quantity index numbers is to be calculated. Now we move towards the third index number, that is value index number. See, the first one is speaks about the price. Second one, index number, speaks about the quantity. Third one speaks about the value. What is value? See here, the value index number compares the value of commodity in the current year with its value in the base year. So before understanding the meaning of value index number, let us understand what is value. So therefore I have given here value of commodity equals to price of the commodity into quantity of the commodity. Price of the commodity into quantity of the commodity. Say for example, price is 10 rupee per kg, quantity is 100 kg. So 10 into 100, that is 10 rupees, 10 into 10 kg equals to 100 rupees. So that is 100 rupees is the value of the commodity. See here in this particular case in the year 2015, that is base year, price is 10 rupees, quantity is 10 kg. So 10 into 10, we get the value 100 rupees. So this is value. This is value. I hope you understood about what is value. So right now, value index number measures the changes in the value of the commodity in the current year, while that is in the current year with its value in the base year. So this is how about the value index number is to be calculated. So right, so let us see this particular table. So here in the year 2015, the price of the commodity is 10 per kg in the, and the quantity produced is 10 kg, that is 10 rupee into 10 kg equals to 100, the value is 100. In the year 2020, that is current year, the price per kg is 20 rupees, quantity produced is 20 kg, so 20 into 20, it is 400 rupees. So means the value is increased from 100 rupees to 400, 100 rupees to 400, which I have specified in this table. That is value increase from 15, that is 100 rupees in the year 2015 to 400 rupees in the 2020. So if you calculate the index number by using this formula, that is P1 into Q1. P1 into Q1 here is, that is P1 means price, Q1 means quantity. So price of the commodity during the current year. Current year is 20 price and Q1 is 20 kg. That is 20 into 20, it becomes 400. So therefore Q1, that is P1 into Q1, you get 400 divided by P0 Q0. So price in the base year is 10 rupees and price, the quantity in the base year is 100, that is 10 rupees. So 10 rupees into 10 kg equals to 100. So 400 divided by, okay, 100, that is price into 100. So we get the index number 400. So if you deduct the base 100, the rate of increase in the value is 3%. 3%. So it is how about the value index number is to be calculated. Okay, right. So let us move towards the methods of constructing the index number. Methods of constructing index number. So here the index numbers are broadly classified into unweighted and weighted. So in the unweighted, simple aggregative and simple average of relatives. So here in the previous examples, we have calculated the simple aggregative. What is the examples which I have used by taking the simple aggregative method, I have calculated the index number in the previous example. And here simple average relatives. So this formula is very similar to the weighted average of relative formula. Okay, right. And in the weighted index number, there are two kinds. That is weighted aggregative index number and weighted average of relatives index number. So very important point is that, so this on weighted aggregative method, you are going to face 15 marks question. And on this weighted average of relative, wherein we are going to calculate the consumer price index number or cost of living index number or retail price index number. So on that, there will be the 5 marks question in the examination. Okay, so right, we are going to give the importance to solve these 15 marks question and also these 5 marks questions also, so that you can solve those that is 15 marks questions and as well as the 5 marks question in your examination, right? So let us first discuss about this weighted aggregative method of index number. That is, this particular I have already discussed. So this particular is very similar to this weighted average of relative. Okay, right. So now let us concentrate on this particular weighted aggregative methods of index number. See, so here in this weighted aggregative index. So in the weighted aggregative index number, there are 5 methods. That is, the first one is Laspey's method, second one is Pasch's method, third one is Fisher's index number, or it is also called as Fisher's ideal index number. The fourth one is Derbyshire-Bowley method, and the fifth one is Marshall-Edgeworth method. So let us discuss the first method, that is Laspey's method. So in the case of Laspey's method, the formula to calculate the index number, which is called here as a P01. P01 means P01 equals to sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into 100 is the formula. See here, I give you a technique of remembering this particular formula. So in this particular formula, sigma PQ will come, and next 1 0, second that is 2 0, 3 0. There are 3 zeros. So 3 zeros are in this position. That is like a reversal. So therefore, if you remember this technique, that is this one, reversal. Okay. So and if you put, and it is 0. Okay. So means PQ you write, and in this direction, that is here you have to write 0 0 0, means this 0 this 0 this 0, so that you can remember this particular formula very easily. So therefore, I have made a technique here. If you remember this particular technique, reversal 0 means PQ you write, that is sigma PQ you write. Okay. So and write the zeros here, that is here and here and here, and remaining is 1. Remember that only 0 and 1s will come in the formula. No other numerical terms will come in the formula. So therefore, if you remember where exactly zeros will come, and in the absence of 0, you write here 1. So it is how about the technique of remembering this particular Laspey's method formula. And next method is Pasch's method. So here P01 equals to sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1. So here also you write sigma PQ, and here 1 is there, here also 1 is there, here also 1 is there. So here also I have made a technique. See here, so 1, so see this line, that is reverse L in a downward phase. Okay, so that is this technique I have made here. So if you write PQ, write here 1 and 1 and 1. So therefore, you can very easily remember this particular formula. That is what sigma PQ divided by sigma PQ you write. And next, in this particular, by remembering this particular reversal downward, that is the face is downward position. So right, likewise you write 1 1 1 here, and here you write 0. So therefore, it is about how the technique of remembering this particular Pasch's method. So remember these techniques you have to remember very clearly so that you can write the formula very easily. Okay, because in the Fisher's index number, in the Marshall adjust method, in the Derbish-Bowley method also you are going to use these two formula, that is Laspey's method formula and Pasch's method formula. So third one is Fisher's ideal index number. So here first I tell you about simple thing, that is in the Fisher's ideal index number P01 equals to square root of L into P, means it is Laspey's formula and here it is Pasch's formula. Or you can use the value of the Laspey's and Pasch's, the square root of value of the Laspey's in index number, and here P means here value of the Pasch's index number, then also you will find the Fisher's ideal index number. So here this formula is also one, that is there are, you can solve the Fisher's ideal index number by using this formula, or you can also solve the Fisher's ideal index number by using this formula. Okay, see here P01 equals to square root of, see here this particular portion, that is Pasch's formula will come here, that is sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0. And next this particular portion here, the Pasch's formula. So this is Pasch's formula. Okay, into 100. This is how about the Fisher's ideal index number is to be calculated. Remember, this will come here and this will come here. So it is about how the Fisher's ideal index number formula is to be remembered. Now we shall move towards the fourth method, that is fourth kind of index number, that is Derbish and Bowley method. See here P01 equals to sigma P1 Q0 sigma P0 Q0. So this is here Laspey's formula and this is here Pasch's formula equations, that is sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 plus sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 whole divided by 2 into 100. So it is about how the Derbish-Bowley method index number is to be found. Or you can also remember this very simple formula, that is P01 equals to index number what you have found in the Laspey's method, index number what you have found in the Pasch's method divided by 2. Then also you will find the Derbish-Bowley's index number. And here Marshall-Edgeworth index number. The next one is Marshall-Edgeworth index number. In this, so here you see, so it is Laspey's formula, it is Pasch's formula. But only here you have to write like this, that is sigma P1 divided sigma P1 Q1 plus sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q0 plus sigma P0 Q1 into 100. So this is how about the Marshall-Edgeworth method index number is to be found. So now about these are the 5 methods of 5 kinds of index numbers that we have to use in the examination. So let us move towards the question paper problem. So it is a question paper problem. So here question paper problem 2018. So it is 2018 Karnataka University Dharwad. Okay. So calculate the, let us read the question. Calculate Laspey's method, Laspey's, Pasch's, Marshall-Edgeworth, Derbish and Bowley and Fisher's price index numbers using the following data. So here there is a table is given in the question. So first one is commodity. Okay. Next one is base year. So base year price is given. Base year quantity is given. Current year price is given. Current year quantity is given. So it is about the table which is given in the question, and the question requires to calculate the Laspey's index number, Pasch's index number, Marshall-Edgeworth index number, Derbish and Bowley's index number, Fisher's price index numbers. Okay, right. Before going to solve, I have given a hint for here. That is for hint. So it is a Fisher's index number formula. That is square root of sigma P1 Q0 divided by P0 Q0 into sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1. Okay, right. So I have taken this as a hint to prepare this particular table. Okay, right. Let us begin the solution. Here in the solution, that we have to prepare the table first, that is calculation of index number. So table is commodity, first column A, B, C, D, E as it is given in the question paper, that is commodity comes here. And here P naught, Q naught. So P naught means use, as I said, that 0 is used for base year, 1 is used for current year. Base year is here. So base year price becomes P naught. Base year's quantity becomes Q naught. Okay. Next, current year. Current year price, that is price of current year is P1. Quantity of current year is Q1. So it is how we have to prepare the table. After that, we have to take the items that are there in the Fisher's index number. See here, first I have here first P1 Q naught is there. So I have taken P1 Q naught here. Next there is a P naught Q naught. So I have taken P naught Q naught. So next there is a P1 Q1. So next I have taken P1 Q1. Next there is a P naught Q1. So next I have taken the P naught Q1. So this is how you take. So this method only you follow, so that while solving the problem, you can solve it very simply. Okay. And there is no compulsion that you have to write the columns in this order only, but I suggest this order so that it will helpful to you while solving the problem, right? So here first one item is P1 Q naught. So P1 is here, Q naught is here. So this into this. So that is 50 into 100, 500. Okay, that is P1 into Q naught. P1 into Q naught. P1 is 10 here, Q naught is 50. So therefore 10 into 50 or 50 into 10, 500. Next 100 into 3, 300. 6 into 60, 360. 12 into 30, 360. 18 into 25, 450. And you total it, you will find the sigma P1 Q naught, that is 1970. So next come to, so this one is completed. Now let us come to next one, that is P naught Q naught. So it is P naught Q naught. P naught is here, Q naught is here. The second one is this one, P naught to Q naught. P naught to Q naught. So here 6 into 50, 300. 2 into 100, 200. 4 into 60, 240. So likewise, you have to calculate and calculate the sum of this particular column also. It will comes, that is sigma P naught Q naught equals to 1340. Now let us come to this. Okay, P1 Q1, P1 Q1. Okay, so P1 Q1. So P1 is here, Q1 is here. So therefore P1 Q1, that is P1 into Q1. So 10 into 60, 600. Okay, 3 into 120, 360. 6 into 80, 480. 12 into 20, okay, 240. 18 into 20, 360. So total it, you will get this sigma P1 Q1, that is 2040. So next it is P naught Q1. So P naught Q1. So P naught is here. Okay. Q1 is here. Okay. So therefore P naught Q1. Okay. So P naught into Q1. Okay. 6 into 60, 360. Okay. 2 into 120, 240. So like that you go on multiplying the P naught into the multiply P naught with Q1. You will find all these figures and total it. That is, you will get sigma P naught Q1. So which is equals to 1360. 1360. So this is how we have to prepare the table. Okay, so it is about the table which we have to prepare before going to use the formula. Now let us solve the by using the equations. So here I have taken these values from the previous table, okay, which are needed to solve the index number by using the different formulas. Okay, so that is sigma P1 Q naught equals to 1970, P naught Q naught equals to 1340, P1 Q1 sigma P1 Q1 equals to 20, that is 2040, sigma P naught Q1 equals to 1360. So let us use the last space method. So last space method, what I have discussed about the formulas about the different methods in the previous slide. So here last space method formula is this one, sigma P1 Q naught divided by sigma P naught Q. So here sigma P1 Q naught. So sigma P1 Q naught is 1970. So therefore you take 1970. And sigma P naught Q naught is 1340. I have taken 1340. So into 100. So therefore 1970 divided by 1340 equals to 1.47015. So in examination only maximum of 2 or maximum of 3 digit you can take at most. Okay, not it is not necessary to take all the 5 fractional digits here. Just I have taken for the purpose of precision. Okay, right. So here 1.47015 into 100, the answer is 147.015. Okay, so it is the answer in the case of last space method. It means if you deduct from this particular 147.015 from this, if you deduct base 100, then there will be increase of 47% of increase. Okay, right. Next we shall move towards the Pasch's method. So Pasch's method formula. So sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 into 100. So P1 Q1. So P1 Q1 is 2040, which I have taken here. So next P0 Q1, which is there in the table, P0 Q1, that is 1360. So that I have taken here. So 2040 divided by 1360 into 100, you will get 1.5. So multiply it 100 by multiply it with 100, you will get the 150 is the answer in the case of Pasch's method. Now we shall move towards the Fisher's index number. So Fisher's index number. So here P01 equals to this particular, it is a Laspey's formula and it is a Pasch's formula. So that is sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0, which is taken from this here. And here it is P1 Q1, that is sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 is taken from this Pasch's method. Okay, right. So therefore Fisher's index number equals to P01 equal to square root of sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 into 100. So now substitute the values that are there in the table in this particular equation. So here or you can take these values, that is 1970 divided by 1340, which you have calculated in the Laspey's method to here, and the values what you have used here 2040 divided by 1360 here, because the formulas are same. Okay, so or else you can refer the table also to substitute these values here. Okay, right, 1970 divided by 1340. Okay, answer is 1.47015, and 2040 divided by 1360. Okay, 1.5. See, remember this particular 1.4701 is the value of Laspey's method. This particular 1.5 is the value of Pasch's method before multiplying with the 100. Here, before multiplying with the 100. Sorry, you don't take this. So directly you can refer this. That is 1970 divided by 1340. You will get this 24. That is 2040 divided by 1360. You will get 1.5. So and multiply and that is 1.47015 multiplied with 1.5. You will get the answer 2.2052. Square root of this into 100. So square root of this is equal to 1.485. Multiply it with 100, you will get 148.5. So it is about how the index number is to be calculated. If you find, sir, this is very tricky, then you can use this method for the Fisher index number. It is very simple. P01 equals to square root of L into P, square root of L into P. So here square root of, next square root of L means the value what you have obtained in the case of Laspey's method, you have to take here, that is 147.015, and the value what you have got in the case of Pasch's method, that is 150, you take here. Okay, Next, square root of this into this, you will get this one, that is 22,052 rupees 25 paise. So square root of which is equals to 148.5. This is how about index number method is. Index number is to be calculated in the case of Fisher index number method. See, in the examination, it is not required to calculate both methods. That is, either you follow this method, okay, for the Fisher index, or you follow this method. Any one is enough in the examination. Okay, right. So now let us move towards the fourth method, that is Derbysh and Bowley method. So Derbysh and Bowley method. So here, so sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0. So plus sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 whole divided by 2. Substitute the values that you have taken in the that are there in the table. That is P1 Q0 is 1970, P0 Q0 is 1340. That sigma P1 Q1 is 2040, sigma P0 Q1 is 1360 whole divided by 2. Okay. So here 1970 divided by 1340, you will get this figure, that is 1.47015. Next, 2040 divided by 1360, you will get the value 1.5 whole divided by 2. You will get this figure, that is 2.97015 divided by 2 into 100. You will get the value 148.507. And next, move towards the Marshall-Edgeworth method. So here, sigma, P0 equals to sigma P1 Q0, sigma P0 Q0. Okay, that is here sigma P1 Q0 plus sigma P1 Q1 whole divided by sigma P0 Q0 plus sigma P0 Q1 multiply, and that is into 100. So these are also, you see here, it is a last space method and it is a passage method in the case of Derbysh and Bowley. And in the case of Marshall-Edgeworth, it is a last space method and it is a passage method formula. Like, okay, very simple. So here P01, so if we substitute the values that are there in the table, we will get 1970 plus 2040, 1340 plus 1360. Okay. So 1970 plus 2040 is this one, that is 4010. So 1340 plus 1360, we will get 2700 into 100. We will get the index number 148.5185. Okay. And now, and here I have taken another method, that is for the Derbysh and Bowley method. So see here, instead of using this method for Derbysh and Bowley, you can also use this method, that is P01 equals to L plus P divided by 2. That is, it is the last space value and it is a passage value divided by 2, which is equals to 148.5075. You will get the same answer, that is 148.5075 and 148.507. So, and here I have used all the values what I have taken here. So last space method 147, okay, 0.015. In passage method is 150. Fisher's ideal index number 148.5. Derbysh Bowley method 148.5075. Marshall-Edgeworth method 148.5185. This is the answer for the question. So see here, all are index number. We used only different formulas given by different persons, last space, passage, Fisher's, Derbysh, Marshall-Edgeworth. So therefore, the answers are to be very nearer. So here 147, 150, which is 150, which is very near to 147, 148 near to 150, so 148, 148, 145. So if you find the answer like 147 and in the case of last space method, and in the case of passage method, if you find 300, 400, so you feel that you have made a mistake while solving the problem. Then you have to check the problem where you have did the mistake. Okay. So by like that, you have to verify your answers. All the answers what you have found in the different methods, okay, are to be very nearer. Very nearer means, say for example, 5, that is 140 to 150 or 150 to 160, like that. Okay, it should not be like 100, 300 and 600. If you find such kind of answer, you feel that you have made a mistake in while solving the problem, you once again check the problem, then you will find the correct answer. So this is how about the 15 marks question is to be solved. So that is here all these in this particular question, the index number of all these five persons, that is the Laplace, Paches, Fisher's ideal index number, Dervish and Marshall-Edgeworth methods have been asked. Okay, so this is how about this particular 15 marks question is to be solved. And another 15 marks question, another kind of 15 marks questions will be asked in the examination, like mm, test, the time reversal test and factor reversal test, that I will cover in my next video of this particular index numbers. Okay, thank you one and all.